That's the pressure relief valve for the water heater. This is the water heater exhaust. Gaps that screw in there. We need some fire caulk around there. I'm missing some fire caulk. Don't have a light. Okay, I'll check it later. This is our water heater. We have a tankless on-demand water heater. They call it instantaneous, but it's really on demand. And the fire caulk I was talking about on the thimble, this one's supposed to have fire caulk on it too. How do I know that? Because the instructions say. Alright, so we come over here. There's a high efficiency water heater. There's a condensate nipple right there, right there. You got right there. Yeah, buddy. Is the condensate drain on that? No, we don't have a condensate drain. Funny, the instructions show one. What happens if you don't have the condensate drain is that, okay, this is a high efficiency water heater. It rakes all the heat out of the gas that's supplied and distributes it into the water. That pipe shouldn't even get hot or just moderately warm. Because we took all the heat that we paid for, and we put it in our water, in our sinks, in our bathtubs. So a byproduct of being so efficient is it creates condensate. This is a non-condensing water heater. But it creates condensate. And condensate is highly acidic. And the condensate is supposed to come out of that port and go in a little tube. And in doing so, it's supposed to have an air gap in the same room as the water heater. Well, then what are you going to do? You're going to put water on your floor? No, I don't think we want to. I don't think we want to do that. A safety pan would be an ideal low-cost solution for this. The simplest, easiest way. Okay? While we're on the safety pan, while we're on the condensate line, let's talk about the pressure relief valve. Okay? It's supposed to have an air gap in the same room as the water heater. So if you've got an air gap, what, you're going to have it run down on your floor? No. You would have it go down into the pan. Is that a pan right there? That is not. Okay. I was hoping. Okay. So we'd have a pan, run the T and P down there. Excuse me, not T, P, just the pressure relief valve. Run another air gap for the condensate drain line. Put it in a pan. Pans don't cost a lot. And you're good to go. You're good to go. And you got the pan that you swore that you didn't need, didn't have, or what? Not you. Some people were like, they get adamant about it. Not required. No, it's not required if you can find a better way to do what I just described. If you can find a better way to get the condensate out, you can find a better way to get the pressure relief valve out. You can find a better way to do that with the air gaps and everything else. If you can find a better way, you don't have to have a pan. But if you can't find a better way, another thing to take into consideration. Now this looks kind of funny over here. There's your thermostat, 120. This is kind of funny with the water heater all smashed next to the wall like this, but as a matter of fact, all you're required is a 1/2 inch clearance. So but if that thing leaks, it's going to leak directly onto your wall. It's not like it's sitting out in this part of the wall or something. It's not like it's sitting away. It's right there for the. No, you need a pan. You just need a pan. Okay, so the gas comes in. You got a dripper leg coming on over here, and then underneath here. Okay, I've been calling this out for a while, and I could not find this in the current instructions where it says gas. Okay, that red label right there. Okay, hasn't been molested. For the longest time, these things came with instructions, and I just, skimmed through those, and I probably didn't do as good a job as I needed to do. But I did look for it, and I couldn't find where they said that other sets of instructions, and I'll bake those into the report, other sets of instructions say that you should use a manometer and dial it in. Now the gas comes in at real low pressure. You can just bolt this thing up and go. Okay, they know about how much pressure is in residential areas. Okay, it's kind of like spark plugs, can come pre-gapped. But if you're hardcore about your spark plugs, you want the most spark for your money, you want the most fuel efficiency for your money, you want the best performance for your dollar. If that's what you want, then a conscientious installer would have put a manometer on that and dialed it in. Okay. So that's what we learned. We need some fire caulk on our thimble. We do not have a condensate drain line. We do not have a safety pan. We do not have an air gap on a pressure relief valve. And by the way, the gas wasn't dialed in. And it's, again, I'd feel much better about talking about that if I could find it in those instructions. I can find, what I can find in the instructions? I can find that you need a condensate drain. I can find that pretty good. Now this is on my client. It's 1 year now. This is a 1 year warranty. That black dial right there is a screen that's supposed to be cleaned once a year. And you get a plumber to come in here, and you don't have to have a plumber. You go on YouTube, and I got some links, and you can turn these valves on and off, arrange it so that you can take that screen out and clean it. Now, between the condensate that you don't have, that condensate drain that you don't have, and cleaning your filter, builder, homeowner, okay, between those two things, this is a Porsche, okay, this is Mercedes-Benz, this is a quality thing. This is not a Ford Taurus, okay, it's not, okay. So you don't do those things, this thing will likely have a shortened service life average. And again, they're expensive, and the longer you can keep it, the more money it will save you, because that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to save you money. The more money it can save you, the longer you keep it. If you replace these things every 7 years, you're not going to save any money. Okay, so it's just something to think about. Something's going to last maybe 14 years, or something's going to last maybe 7 years. If you want to do those things, then you have a much better chance of staying in the endurance race. You don't do those things, it's the way it works.